Hello everyone, I am Tacet and welcome to the Gems of War Tower of Dooms Week 6, Day 7. Well, kind of. We've already completed out most of the objectives, so we're mainly just going to be going over all of the event stuff tomorrow. Finishing up some last few things on this account. Mainly just chilling with the weapon. The weapon that came out, the Essence of Evil on the new hero class, is, I believe, going to be fixed tomorrow. So, yeah, today's the last day to use it while it is extremely broken. It'll still be an insanely good weapon after its fact, it just won't have that one bug. And of course, that one bug being that it has a currently 100% chance to transform first slot into a toad, whereas it should be 10. So that should be fixed tomorrow. They mentioned on the forum, however, the changelog didn't end up mentioning it. Other than that, we could potentially be getting version 4.3 next week, or this week, I should say, at this point. It has not been officially dated yet as far as like when it will be, but there is a pretty decent chance that it will be happening. And if it does, that will be quite amazing. And of course, we'll be going over it and doing everything with that. But yeah, as it currently stands, we don't know for sure, but there's a decent chance it'll happen. Anyways, let me go bring up the thingy for the next week's event. Also, let me know how the setup is. It might look a little bit weird because I'm like looking over to the other side. And everything, but what the setup actually is right now is I have the Nintendo Switch still set up. Like I had like basically a Nintendo Switch setup, but I'm keeping it for the PC setup now, just so I don't have to constantly keep switching between them. So let me know if this works. The biggest issue is mainly the camera angle because the camera's right over there, but the only way I can look over there is if I'm doing the TV thing. I guess I could always, oh, but then I need to change out the HDMIs. Regardless, I need to change out something. Technically, I can get that onto there, but, the only issue with that is that would defeat the point of even having that set up anyways, because then I would have to go back and switch it and all that. But yeah, I actually have it set up, so if we really had to, we could switch over to the Switch. It's all usable right now. I won't be doing that this stream. What I'm basically going to be doing is dividing it into 2 streams. This right now, and then the other one, after this. Go over that. But anyways, let's get into the event stuff already. And of course, we'll be covering the event video and all that tomorrow. And new player guides very soon. Is this the right one? I believe it is. Well, it is, except it's not set up to the right window. Let me go do that. Boom, 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 and boom. Come on, there we go. Okay, so event stuff for next week. We will be getting a new mythic next Friday. It's going to be the Queen of Sin. It looks like it's going to be okay with all of its true damage and everything. I'm not going to say what it is officially. We kind of went over it a little bit earlier. After tomorrow, I probably will because they'll be streaming it. I generally don't like going over them too far in advance because we don't know if they're going to change them or not. But basically, it's just like a true damage thing that summons either a Lust or a Wrath. So her summons are pretty decent, and it's 100% chance. But it seems kind of like a weaker version of Core Vash in most instances. But it depends how much true damage she actually ends up getting. But anyways, other than that Mythic this Friday, first, we're getting all the new event-related troops. This one is going to be pretty much this pretty standard raid troop, except that it also has a boosted, it has a damage boosted by their mana at a, I believe, a 1-to-1, if I'm not mistaken. Actually, let me go double check that real quick. Actually, don't know what his boost ratio thingy is. It should say it on the thread. Yes, it is a 1-to-1. I thought so. I just wanted to double check. But yeah, it has a 1-to-1 on whatever its mana is. So there's already a troop that is kind of set up like that uses the same color, but it only hits first slot. I forget his name, but it's from the same kingdom as well. It's that one yellow-blue for 10 mana that basically does damage based on their mana, and not based on how much mana they have, specifically how much their total mana is. This is going to be pretty good on Zugov, since he has a really ridiculously high mana pool, so you'll be able to get all that extra damage into its ability. So this is probably going to be one of the better raid troops for once. Of course, you can only ever use it during this event, unfortunately, and maybe sometimes outside the event, but yeah, that's 32 extra damage on Zugov. You're basically doubling the amount of damage, and of course that does get multiplied by a 3 times or 5 times multiplier, so you should be able to deal with the raid boss very easily. The biggest issue would just be having to deal with everything else, as the restriction will be to Silverglade, of course, because it is a Silverglade raids event, so you can only use Silverglade troops. So stuff like Christinex and all that good stuff. But it shouldn't be too bad, especially since we still have better weapons and everything related to that. Actually, speaking of better weapons, let's see. What was the weapon for this week? It does 29 damage to an enemy boosted by Silverglade ally, so similar to Divine Protector and all the other ones. creates a bunch of yellow, a bunch of purple. That's not necessarily the best, because most of the better troops in that kingdom don't actually use yellow or purple, if I'm not mistaken. So that's going to be a little bit weird. I was hoping one of those would have been green, but especially since it actually uses green itself. That would be so perfect if it fed into itself. But no, that's probably not going to be useful then. You might as well just use Mang or any other thing to focus it down, rather than bothering with this weapon. Still a weapon you'd want to obtain, of course, but not really going to do much as far as for the event, unfortunately. But of course, every single weapon you pretty much eventually want to get. And the troop that ends up coming in is pretty average. However, it might be a good early game option for Bless. It has gives a bunch of life to an ally and then enchants and bless them. So it does have that enchant bless combo, enchant being 2 mana per turn, bless being a bunch of immunities. And other than that, the only really noteworthy thing it has is a 33% score reduction. But for the most part, this thing isn't really going to be used for anything. It's way too weak. It wastes its entire turn just to do its ability. It's pretty much one of those mini useless support troops that just can't do anything. One of those that just do a small buff with their ability and nothing else other than that. And almost all of them always flop, because unless they give some kind of ridiculously insane buff, they're almost always not worth it. Even things that are a little bit better, like Emperina, that have a full heal and stuff like that, they're not even normally worth it, just because you have to waste your entire turn just to use this buff, and normally it's not worth it compared to other troops that can just infinitely loop and stuff like that. But yeah, it should pretty much just come and go. It will come with brown-blue trait stones at least, so some decent stuff to do there. Probably Forest Troll being one of the better ones to get out of that. But yeah, there's all these stuff coming in with the event. I believe on Wednesday we're getting the Pudding, which is that brown mastery pet, the one that kind of looks like muck. Oh yeah, we have an April Fool's event. Battle Crashers will be appearing with only 1 gold. I wasn't able to get 1 gold redeem codes. However, they are going to be doing 1 gold Troll April 1st Battle Crashers. So yeah, just pretend that those are my redeem codes. Do keep in mind, this might seem like they're nerfing the rate of other resources by only making this 1 gold, but normal gnomes do have priority over battle crashers. So a bunch of these pointless tricksters only giving 1 gold will not overwrite actual gnomes. The gnomes will overwrite the battle crashers if they were to happen simultaneously. So this won't actually reduce your gold. However, it will be a little bit annoying, because trickster is that one that moves the first and last slot, and it switches to 2 of them. That's going to be a little bit annoying since, yeah, we're going to have to deal with that in a bunch of battles. But this will not get in the way of oh, what's it called? Of normal gnomes. Anyways, that's pretty much everything I just wanted to go over with that. Let's get rid of that. Oops, the wrong one. There we go. Okay, so we got a bunch of other things we need to go do. As far as the bounty hunter, I didn't really end up doing much with it. As long as we make top 50 at this point, I think that's fine. And we're definitely still in range of that. The biggest issue is just the amount of time it's going to take us to try to reach those is just not viable. Look at how far some people went. Wow. Even if we used all of that, that's like, what? Let's say 120 battles or so. Let's be generous and say it's like 230. That means they went like another 3 to 5 packs higher. Wow. They really went all out. They really wanted to get this thing maxed immediately. Mine's almost maxed. I think we're at level 80 right now or somewhere around there. But yeah, they really went far with it. But it is a pretty good hero class. That's probably why. It's actually, if you're looking for orbs, it is the least viable time whenever a new hero class comes out to do it, because the value of just these packs alone, people tend to go for, even if they don't go for the leaderboard. So it makes the leaderboard so ridiculously hard. Look at that. You need 71 just to get on it. Basically 72 at this point, essentially. If you have like near perfect 71. But yeah, that is really high. Anyways, that's that. So we won't be doing much more with that bounty there. No, stop trying to sell us stuff. I think we still have daily. We still need to go do PvP. Oh yeah, that's the other main thing. I didn't end up mentioning it right there. I think I mentioned it before the stream, or maybe like right at the beginning of the stream. But keep in mind, this weapon will be fixed tomorrow. The Essence of Evil. This Essence of Evil currently has a 100% chance to transform the first enemy. However, that is going to be fixed tomorrow to 10%. Also, we might have version 4.3 soon. So, yeah, we'll have to see what happens with that. Anyways, hello everyone. I didn't even say hellos yet. Hello, Sippleman. Hello, Churros. Hello, Bulu. Hello, Captain. Hello, Mr. Jesse. Hello, William. Hello, Siplom. Hello, Analyst. Hello, Steph. Hello, Raven. What's next Kingdom Week's event, Kingdom? It is Silverglade. and that's also what the restriction will be on raids, Silverglade Kingdom. Also, I should probably go over the Silverglade drop table real quick for event keys. Of course, we'll be doing that in the other video too, but I'm gonna go do that right after this battle. We disable him, if we even get to do anything. Okay, we'll go with this. Get all the blues exploded. That'll get transformed as well. And, oh, do keep in mind, that's the aspect of it that's going to be fixed tomorrow. Starting tomorrow, or next patch, whichever one comes first. Haha! No, I think they're rolling out with tomorrow's event, though. But, starting tomorrow, that will be fixed. The, instant transform that it keeps doing to, first slot, that will no longer be a thing. So we'll do that, stealth attack, get a bunch of hits down. We'll go disable him down to nothing. But yeah, this 100% chance that that becomes a frog will be fixed tomorrow. It'll go down to 10% starting tomorrow, which is what it was supposed to be in the first place. Okay, so this board's pretty bad, mainly due to Entangle. That's the biggest issue with this team, I would say. It's a heavy skull spam team that does not run cleanse. You almost always run cleanse with skull spam, but this team just doesn't have room on it, unfortunately. You kind of just have to avoid the battles that end up having Entangle on it. So how on earth do you survive with 1 HP? Here, we'll just do that. Get our explosions, get a bunch of mana. I will die, but in doing so, we can now just kill out his entire team with that. And that is pretty much match. We can go give it one more attack buff if we really want to. But I think 2 skulls will do it. There we go. Yeah, it's a really interesting weapon. Highly advised to get, because it's kind of like an alternative version of Mountain Crusher. It still works well for a lot of stuff. Anyways, hello Jan, hello Steph, hello Analyst, hello Raven, hello Ironmolt, hello Marcelo, hello Stradium's Cat, hello Thrills. Where do you put the redeem codes? Redeem codes are only usable on PC and mobile, but you do it on gemsofwar.com underneath the game code section. They also have a set amount of time that they work for. We will be giving out a code very soon, but it only works on PC mobile version. It does not work on any of the console versions, unfortunately. Could you suggest a good loop team for Explorer? You just hate to do the daily task and ask for it to do 100 matches 5 times. Well, there's no loop that you need, but you could just run Sunbird Firebomb and kill it out that way. And if your Sunbird Firebomb combo isn't enough, you run Sunbird Rowan Firebomb. But the most optimal way to do it is this, if you have enough damage for it. Let's go to any kingdom. Let's just do Pants Veil, I guess. Actually, we have infinite yellow-green. Let's do Adana, I guess. But all you have to do for that is this right over here. Where'd it go? This one? I'm currently using the Beast Hero class, but oh well. We'll go with this because I had an objective where it's told me to use 15 beasts while also using 3 red, so it worked out quite conveniently. Yeah, just this team. Sunbird, hero with half mana start, or really any hero class in the entire game. Firebomb, and Forest Guardian. And you just throw this down, throw a Sunbird, win, and if that's not enough, you throw Imperial Jewel and win, or any weapon that you want to put there. And if you don't have enough damage on your Sunbird to one-shot them, or if you don't have... Wow, we got an Arcane on very first one. But it always happens. When we don't need it, we get it. But if you do not have a Forest Guardian or enough damage, the alternative to this is going Sunbird, Rowan, Firebomb, then Hero using anything. And that would be your team. And then you cast Sunbird once, Rowan once, and then you win the battle. And that's applicable regardless of how far you are. I believe even with no level 10 kingdoms, that's still enough to wipe. It might take a little bit longer, obviously, but, you know, 1 Sunbird, 1 Rowan, and it goes down. It's more like 2 wins per minute, but, yeah, that would be the absolute quickest, is doing it like that if you have enough damage for it. Any news about the new update? Soon, TM. You know what news we have about the new update? This is the news we have about next update. That's what we have. And by soon, TM, I mean very soon. It is extremely intensifying. Like, it could potentially be tomorrow soon, or Tuesday soon, or sometime this week soon, or very, 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 very soon. It might not necessarily be exactly this week, but, yes, very soon. Probably within the next 7 days or so. No official date has been given, though. But it could literally be later tomorrow. We have no clue. But, yes, it is very, very soon. What do we take? Hello, Dekrill. Hello, Thrills. Hello, Bukal. Let's see, what team to use on Crypt level 500? Faction to run up to Del 500? That one is actually one of the harder ones to actually get up to. If you want to go and do that, you want to go and most likely get a Megavore, as it's one of the only few really good red or purple mythics that end up killing out that Delve. Otherwise, you could try doing it with Mang into purple Skull Spam. You have all the purple Skull Spams to use, as well as any of the red ones. Most of them are in purple, though. But if you have no options like Megavore or anything like that, You probably just want to go hero with Mang as Titan, followed by as many scroll spams as you could do in mana generators, and just infinite loop scroll spam with Mang is probably going to be your best strategy for getting it down if you don't have any other method. So that's pretty much a strategy for killing out absolutely everything, but it does work for that delve as well. Speaking of that, let me go back to key team real quick. Let me go to dungeons, and then we'll just mess around with PvP. We have an objective for it, plus I still want to use that weapon while it's still completely broken. It's still going to be good after it's not broken anymore, but obviously it'll be quite a bit less viable. Yeah, next patch is coming in April. That is 100% confirmed. When in April, we do not know. But tomorrow's April 1st, so hey, it could technically be tomorrow. It could technically be any other day in April. But yeah, it's definitely coming April, likely in the next week, but no official date yet. We probably won't know until pretty much as soon as it happens, unfortunately. But maybe they'll let us know a little bit in advance. But knowing them lately, it's probably going to be, we're probably going to have like an hour's notice. If you see like a patch notes on the forum, the second that goes up, you know the update is in like an hour or less, pretty much. Also, keep in mind, I know a few of you only play just on the Nintendo Switch version, but do keep in mind, Nintendo Switch version, I'm not sure if it's getting the updates simultaneous with everything else. It is getting 4.3 update as its next update. However, I'm not sure if it's getting it at the exact same time as every other platform. I'm not fully certain on that yet. We'll find out. But we know for sure that Nintendo Switch's next update is the same update that every other version is getting. We just don't know when it's getting it. Or, you know, we don't know if it's getting it at the same time. Also, we will be playing the Nintendo Switch version tonight. I just wanted to get everything done on my main account. Make sure all the event stuff is done, all the weekly stuff, all that good stuff. But if you guys still have any other questions, or anything that I can only show on this account, on my main account, let me know. We'll throw another key down. You think they would apply any new patch before reset? That would kind of make sense, like if they rolled it out on a Sunday. Though, I don't know if they're normally around on Sundays. But yeah, it would make probably the most sense to throw it down like a Sunday night. So it doesn't interfere with an event thingy. Though, the way potions are, I believe they would retroactively work. Even if they did do it after the fact, but I don't know, we'll have to see. Wait and see. Find out soon. Let's see. It's already April for you. Oh yeah, some time zones already have it as April right now. It's not April in my time zone till another like 4 hours or so. It will be soon though. Can someone please explain, or please send you 50,000 euros? That's probably not gonna happen. Good luck with that. Let's see. Throw that down. Go and throw that down. Also, make sure to always throw down the 50 gems for the for this Sunday one. I actually need to go do that on my main account or my other account too. But yeah, it's pretty good value. 80 diamonds, which is more gems than you even spent on it. You only spend 50 gems. 1 guarantee celestial, which is late in the game is kind of trivial, but it really helps newer players out since celestials can be a little bit low. Some souls, 2 gem keys, so that's pretty much already 20 gems right there. And some shards. Insanely good value to do it on Sundays. Every other day, it's not really that worth it, but Sunday definitely is. Even though I don't even need diamonds, I still get this just because it is such decent value, and just in case diamonds are ever useful in the future. But anyways, that's that. Now let's just go mess around with some PvP, and I guess do some of the delves, because I keep not doing delves. The daily delves. I think we even have a Cedric set up, if I'm not mistaken. But the main reason I haven't been is just we have an excess of shards and everything. And I'm not sure how much treasure we're really going to be needing into the future. And most of the things with hordes are just going to be sinking gold needlessly. And for example, like something like a level 1000 faction, I'm not really ever intending on doing. Just because trying to get something like a level 1000 faction is kind of pointless for the most part, at least in the current state of the game. Maybe eventually it'll be worth it to have at least one that upgraded. But that costs pretty much 1 billion gold. I can't even get 1 billion gold in a single year. Unless we like really grind it out for it. It's like some kind of ridiculously absurd cost unless they make some kind of way to reduce the upgrading costs, such as being able to upgrade your treasures with souls or something, which they definitely need to do. I still do not understand why and how there's no way to upgrade your smaller treasures into bigger treasures. It doesn't make any sense whatsoever. Soulforge would be so perfect for that, yet they don't even have it as an option. Anyways, let's do some PvP. This is the last day we ever get to use this broken weapon, so might as well. Well, you know, not like the last day. We still get to use this, but it no longer has 100% chance to transform after today. Oh yeah, I can go show my Tower of Doom team. I assumed most people by now have already finished it though, but yeah, we can go show real quick. If you need any suggestions for it, let me know. Salty said during our last stream where she wanted to sing that potions would not be applied retroactively if the patch drops midway. Oh, never mind. Oh yeah, I didn't actually see that stream because I was streaming at the time. I didn't actually bother rewatching it either after the fact. My bad. Okay, so it won't trigger retroactively. Oh, that's probably why the beta by default didn't have it. That's what they're doing. The very first week that the patch launches, they're probably just not having potions down yet. And then the next following week they'll activate it. That's probably what they're doing. Because the beta didn't actually have potions, oddly enough. Also, why is everything just destroying all of a sudden? Let's go, and I think we're already dead. Not gonna be able to do much with that. Oops, why did I take that? Well, now we're definitely dead. Why did I think that was a wild queen? Tried it again. The only real big issue with this particular team that I'm using right now is almost every single team that doesn't run with Empowered is so slow. Well, this team does run with Empowered, but you know what I mean. A mana generating Empowered. But we should be fine this time around. So we'll go and get this down on this last slot. Get all of our explosions we need. Get rid of Abel. No skull spam or really anything to go for yet. So let's go for a bunch of greens. Even though there's barely any green. That should still land, and it does. Deal attack from the toad, I guess. Go for that. Take a nice little poke. Get a bunch of pokes. I guess we disable his last slot again, since there's really nothing else to target. Unless we want to go and try skull spamming here, but we'll do that. Nothing else, at least bleed keeps stacking on it for a little bit extra damage. So we don't have anything we could really do here. I guess we could try skull spamming. I guess we will. We'll kill that up. Off an extra turn, so might as well. We can go get triple skulls and then just get a bunch of greens and just keep going from there. Try for a brown off the sky too, but I think for now we'll just... Oh, I can't even steal his attack. Never mind. Okay, we'll just poke him then. Never mind, he'll dodge it with 30% dodge. Okay, we need a triple skull then. That or just throw down Wild Queen on this horrible board, but I think we'll take the triple skull first, try for our extra turn, and then we could try for Wild Queen. Still have to throw it on his last slot, which has 0 attack, so it doesn't get to steal anything. While you can't gain his stacks while entangled, you also can't lose it while entangled, even if the troop still has attack value there. That's pretty much a match. We just take the skull down, and has way more than enough damage. Hello, Radio. Good thing your alarm woke you. Well, glad you could join us. Hello, Christy. Welcome as well. What is a good challenge team using Farish Ra? Going to use it to bank souls? What do you mean by challenge team? Oh, you mean spamming challenges for souls? The best one you could possibly do is Dragon Soul, Farish Ra, Azurus, and Underworld and Last Thought, with everything I mentioned being fully traded. Except for Dragon Soul. The other alternative to that, if you need something slightly cheaper, still requires Dragon Soul ideally, but it's Dragon Soul, Farish Ra, anything with Necromancy, though Azurus is best, and hero used with Purple Storm. Any hero that has Purple Storm. That makes it so you don't have to trade Underworld, and that also makes it so you don't necessarily need Azurus. However, Azurus, the main reason why Azurus is used there, ideally you'd have a second Farish Ra there, but the reason for Azurus is it doesn't just have Necromancy. It also has a +1, what is it? A +1 purple to it. Ends up making it quite a bit better. Also, why is there so many good infinite loops all of a sudden? Gosh. I almost forgot why I don't enjoy late game PvP as much. This is why I normally do like Explore and quite a few other things. Late game PvP has so many infinite loops right now. And we can use freeze spam, but there's still no like freeze everything at start of battle troop. We really need that. That or a good hero class that actually has freeze. Every single hero class that currently has freeze at start of battle is pretty bad. There's Frost Mage, and then there's the one that has Perpetual Red Storm. And neither are really that good for the most part. Frost Mage is at least decent. Like, out of the two, it's definitely way better. But neither of them are really that over the top. But we really need a 4x freeze mythic. So badly. And even that's not going to fix it completely. At least it would help. What do we need here? Okay, grab a... take a brown for now. Start getting that. Also, after this battle, we'll probably go head over to Delves, because I haven't been doing that many Delves on this account this week. I think I only did like 6 total over the course of like 21 possible ones. Plus, I didn't even do Tuesday's event. All of Tuesday, I was on the Twitch account. Does mean we lost 2 wondrous orbs and a Volky, technically. That's not too bad. That's like basically 2 hours worth of, or even an hour's worth of farming gnomes, depending on how they go during a Vault event. Not that big of a resource loss. Did it just drain me by 2 mana? I forgot that weapon has a 2 mana drain. It's actually really annoying because now we can't do our ability. And we need that ability. Can't do anything here. Okay, we'll do that. Luckily, he's disabled off of that, and we just pretty much auto-won. We actually take a skull there. Disable his hero. And don't you dare get Bone Dragon. No. 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 No! Seriously, Bone Dragon. You're supposed to be nerfed. You were nerfed ages ago. What are you doing? Okay, it's still winnable. We'll take that. Get the last of our mana we need for Wild Queen, and now we just win from there. If he doesn't Bone Dragon again. What are you doing? What are you doing? 1 HP, all we need. You can win off that 1 HP. Okay, we'll go steal his attack. Grab all that. Grab all that. Hey, you can loop, so can we. Oops, I almost just took that red. We are actually frozen on red, so let me go steal your attack. Go steal your attack. Steal all the attack. Okay, that will die, but we should be able to win off a Wild Queen here. It has pretty much 0 attack now. We'll steal the last of its attack. Make it literally 0. It still gets some damage down because of the extra turn thingies. But it is pretty much none until he gets a summon. And now we need to go disable the summon. Okay, we'll take the green over. Grab that, take the skull. 71 attack, which is not enough to one-shot. We'll just go for that for now. So the Vinia everything. Which just gives HP, which is fine. It's not like it's going to give it more attack. I'll take that over, get the last of our mana. Grab all that purple, and start it again. Wait, is the skull enough? Yes, but he's just going to get another summon. I kind of have to. We'll do that. We'll steal the attack from whenever he summons. And don't kill us. What are you doing? What are you doing? There we go. Okay, we're fine for now. I need to kill out that hero. Once we kill out hero, we pretty much won this battle. Oh! No, that dreaded 2 mana drain. That is the second time this battle that has gotten us. Okay, we'll take that over. Grab all that mess. Don't even bother stealing his first lot's attack? I guess so, because it makes our attack go higher. We'll do that. Ah, no! It still got it! It still got us. Why you gotta be like that? Why you gotta be like that? Can't end it on that. Gotta get a kill. Good evening, Zeddicus. Welcome. Welcome, welcome. Okay. Oh yeah, let me go show my sorry, someone was asking about that. Yeah, let me go show my team for the week. For the what's it called? For oh, what's it called? For Tower of Doom. Or Yellow Tower of Doom that we ended up using. I can tell you what it is right now. It was we went over several of them on the Monday video. Oh, why did I disable that? Fail. But we ended up using Yasmin's Pride, 2 Bull Tauruses, and Queen Aurora is what we ended up using. I already know what it is off the top of my head. There was a few other ones I showed on Monday as well. I forget what those few other ones were though. They showed some other alternatives. Some with no mythic, some with without that weapon, obviously, because some people don't have that weapon. We'll throw that down. Get her hit. And dead. Like, that's how that team's supposed to go. I don't know why it hasn't been the last several battles. That's exactly what it's supposed to do. Okay, anyways. But yeah, my team that I was using for Tower of Doom this week, and you only have 6 hours and 30 minutes left if you want to finish it. You keep getting rewards all the way up to floor 26. And obviously, if your guild hasn't completed out all your stages, you also get rewards up to that point. If you haven't already gotten them already. But yeah, after 26, you don't really need to go any further. Anything beyond 26 is just leaderboard. And the leaderboard doesn't really help much because there's no individual leaderboard. It's per guild. So as long as you're falling, like, let's say you're currently at around, like, this area. Obviously, you'd want to go try hitting 20 in order to get that extra reward. Or if you're, like, at the 50 line, you're going to want to try hitting, you're, like, right here. You're going to want to try hitting 50. So you can go get that extra reward. It's not much. But if you're, like, in the middle, like, right over here in this area, it's obviously not really that worth going all the way over here to try to get just 25 gems and 2 little light things. So pretty much just stay in your category if it's too far of a gap, because it's just going to take way too long for essentially no reward whatsoever. And it's kind of like with justification for our current bounty hunter as well. Like, we could go further in bounty hunter right now. Still have time too, but the problem with that is, or not bounty hunter, I mean class events. Bounty hunter will be on our other account once we switch over to that. But yeah, if we try going, it's gonna give almost no extra loot, and it will take us double the amount of time we've already spent. So yeah, no, we have to like double it just to get 75 extra gems and 1 extra orb. Or actually, sorry, 100 extra gems and 1 extra orb, which isn't really worth it, given that that will take at minimum like 3-4 hours, if not more. But yeah, that's fine. Anyways, let's go and do some Underworld stuff. Haven't been farming these as much as I said. We're currently at 7,162 shards. If I'm not mistaken, this is a centric room, so we do get a bunch more gold. Let's see, which one's the better path? It looks like we have 1.2, and then we have 1.15 into a 1.3, so the bottom's fine, so we'll go head over there. Still using Key Team for this, still farms an insanely good amount of gold. That hasn't changed yet. It probably won't be. Though, do keep in mind, version 4.3 will be rebalancing the game in some way, shape, or form, and it might be the rebalance that changes the meta. We still do not know how or what is really going to happen with it, but yeah, we'll find out. But we have no clue what's going to happen from a rebalance perspective. Any number of things could be rebalanced, either buffed or nerfed. Most likely buffs, but we still don't know at all what they are going to be at this current moment in time until it actually happens. Hello, September Black, welcome. But yeah, I'm really looking forward to this next patch. Not one of the biggest patches that they've ever done, but it still has a lot of decent quality of life stuff spread throughout it. Also really curious to see how potions end up panning out. Especially more so for my other account. Like, my main account's not going to need it for too many things, though it does make some things a bit easier. And it like makes things a lot less tedious as well. But I'm curious how those pan out. We'll have a bunch more objectives to hit each week. Chat will be a lot more organized. I actually do prefer the new chat system that they're adding compared to the current. However, you can use the old one if you want. Both of them will be within the game. And hopefully chat will actually function because they completely recoded chat. So hopefully it actually works now. That would be nice. Also, I have a salad here. I was nibbling it while I was setting up the stream, but then I didn't finish it. So I guess I'll just be nibbling on it now. If you have anyone else had any other questions, let me know. And we'll go over them all. Otherwise, mainly want to go and work up these delves, which we've been neglecting a little bit recently. The main reason being is the only thing we really need is shards for the most part. And even that we barely need because we already have enough shards for the next faction. And the only time we're really going to need more shards is once they make level 500 delves easier. And even then, we don't really necessarily need level 500 delves. Like, it helps, but it's not really that big a deal for the most part. Like, the amount of extra that you would get from having multiple done is basically just the equivalent of one single faction. So if you just wait a single month, you would be able to get all those rewards anyways. Have a team question on opinion if you don't mind. Sure, Alan, feel free to leave it. All questions are perfectly fine. Let's see. What's in my salad apart from lettuce? Oh, just some red onions. Or at least the last I had left is actually very minimal. Because I actually, right now, I need to go pick up more. I went food shopping last Thursday? Yeah, last Thursday. Or no. The Thursday before Thursday? Yeah, 2 Thursdays ago. Haven't gone back out since, so... still need to go pick up a bunch more stuff. I'll probably do that on Tuesday, I think. But, yeah, I ended up running out of red onions. So it's basically just lettuce, red onions, some ranch dressing, and croutons. And it is so hard. It is so ridiculously hard for whatever reason to find croutons that may contain nuts. It's something that you would never really think of that would have it, but a lot of them are made in the same factory or on equipment or any other number of things of stuff that maintains nuts, which makes it super, super hard to ever find anything. I think one of the hardest things in existence to actually find that doesn't contain nuts, and I still haven't actually really found one actually, is any kind of like bars, even though they're not even like the greatest for you, but like those Nutri-Grain bars or anything like that, like those little snack bars that you kind of just have that are somewhat okay. It's like better than eating something completely junky but still kind of junky. But I can't ever eat those because every single one of them, even if they don't directly have nuts in them, are made in a factory or on equipment or some other combination of anything that may contain nuts, which makes it so I can never actually eat them, ever. Let's see. Go throw that down. It was key it down. Okay. And down it goes. You're using Skeleton Key. What was that? Is that Gargoyle or Gorgotha? I think you mean Gorgotha. I can't tell. It's like you combined the two words. Unless that's a different troop I'm not aware of. Let's see. Pinstill and Skyla. You were using Mountain Crusher, but the key seems to be a little better. What's I assume he's trying to still say Gorgotha. Wait, where's that? Is that Gorgotha? Gapfa? Not sure what troop you're trying to say there still. I'm still not sure what troop you're trying to say there. But if that is a Gorgotha, you should never use Gorgotha plus Mountain Crusher. It's either one or the other. There's no team that ever needs both of them. Well, actually, I shouldn't say that. There's one team that would ever need both, and that is Warrens. If you're running Warrens because of those trickster things, you normally run Gorgotha first slot and then like Mountain Crusher last slot, which is a bit weird, but that's just because if they move you, you will always have a proper frontline tank mana generator. Okay, it is Gorgotha. Yeah, you never need to use Mountain Crusher plus Gorgotha, so yes, you are correct. Skeleton Key would work a little bit better. I think the biggest issue with that team is mainly mana generation. Because you'd probably want to put your Gorgotha in front of your Skeleton Key if you're going to end up running it like that. And normally if you're on Skeleton Key, you tend to run it with gold gainers for the most part. But you'd want to put your mana generator in front of your a damage source that's blocking it. So if you do want to run Skeleton Key as your damage, you have to put Gorgotha in front of it. Even though it completely blocks out your key, you'll be able to get excess mana from the Gorgotha and to feed into it. Let's see. But I'd probably say if you're going to go with Skeleton Key, you probably need a better mana generator. Or a different mana generator. Gorgotha is a really good mana generator. But it doesn't really work that good for things that use brown unless you have a brown storm synergy or like something like an apothecary on your team in order to just spam browns like crazy. But if you want to go along the lines of like Gorgotha, apothecary, Skeleton Key, and one other troop, that could probably end up working out. And just roll it like that. Because while apothecary doesn't have a huge gold gain, it does have a 25% gold gain. Meaning you would, if you don't have Cedric, that would be one of your better options to actually increase the amount of damage that your Skeleton Key does. You'll have a 25% bonus on it for every battle. Not as big as Cedric's 100%, but it definitely helps. And right now our Skeleton Key's at like 300, because we actually have 5 Cedrics right now. We have 1 per troop, plus we have Cedric himself. Because we end up getting the money bags trait, which just gives money bags to all 4 of them. And then of course we have another money bags from the Cedric right now. So much gold. Too bad it's not permanent. But yeah, using an apothecary traded would bring your gold cap to 125 instead of 100. Which would definitely be helpful. I did. Oh, sorry. Wait, I still didn't show it. What didn't I show? What did I not show? So let me know what I didn't show. I'm pretty sure I showed what you asked. What did you ask for? I'm pretty sure you asked about the Tower of Doom troop or team. I ended up showing that earlier. Oh wait, or did I not? Never mind. I think I went in that menu, but then I didn't show the team. I said what it was, but yeah, I'll go show it real quick. My bad. Okay, we'll throw a key down. Get that. Okay, let me go switch over to that real quick. What is a good Warrens team? What level are you running it at? We're currently doing a Warrens team right now if you're running lower level. And if you don't have Cedric, you can instead run an Apothecary there. Works out pretty similarly. Not as good, but pretty much the same premise. Apothecary, Egg Thief, Skeleton Key, Greed. Or if you have it, Cedric, Egg Thief, Skeleton Key, Greed. And this can last to about level 150 or so. We're currently running at 110. Hello! Oh, oops, I just did another battle again. Okay, I'll show it right after this. My bad. Actually, let me go give out a redeem code after this battle, too. Or after I go show the Tower of Doom thingy you wanted to see again. This battle should go pretty quick. We do have, like, infinite gold right now, so they do die in one shot. Everything we do that. Hopefully that'll be all of our browns. Not quite, but one more will do it. Let's do that. And key to dead. And that's match. Let me. There we go. Okay. You're trying to farm it? Oh, you're doing that at level 20. Well, what are your stats currently? What you would need to run could vary. But the team we're using right now is probably good enough. I guess you might want to run a single AoE. You might want to look for the biggest green AoE or yellow AoE that you have that can end up killing everything in one single shot. Otherwise, like I mentioned, Apothecary, Egg Thief, Skeleton Key, and Greed, or Leprechaun even, would be strong enough to kill it. Probably actually go Leprechaun instead of Greed if you're running at that low of a level. You're only running at level 20, because everything there would be weak enough to die down to the 20 gold gain that it has. Because that combined with the base damage of your key is enough to kill. Okay, so let me go show the thingy real quick. AoE. AoE is area of effect. It's any kind of troop that hits all enemies simultaneously. This gets countered by Submerge, but other than Submerge, it tends to have one of the highest damage outputs in the game, assuming the entire enemy team is alive. But it's any ability that hits all 4 of the enemies simultaneously for full damage, or even split damage, but normally AoE refers to a full damage. Like when a troop says deal 15 damage to all enemies, that is AoE. But if it says split damage, that is kind of AoE, but not exactly. Anyways, what was I doing? Let's go do Tower of Doom real quick, or I just show it. But, yeah, this was the team we were using. Yasmin's Pride, Boltorus, Queen Aurora. And we had a few other ones on Monday, on the Monday video. I forget what they were off the top of my head. But, I did end up looking into them and made a few decent ones on Monday. I normally always go over all the teams on Monday for all the various stuff. I don't have any of them saved, though, because I overwrote them with other teams, if I'm not mistaken. Yeah, this is what we've been using for Tower. And all you have to do is just throw down the weapon on anything that you can tear their armor. Do that a few times if you can, and then just start throwing down the Boltoruses. And then like 2 or 3 casts they win. Queen Aurora is not mandatory, but she's helpful for mana accumulation. If you don't have her, you can end up throwing pretty much anything that can help mana generate. Doesn't really matter too much what it is, as long as it gives you some kind of bonus, either into Yasmin's Pride or into the Boltoruses. Doesn't really matter which way you go with it. But any mana generator there will end up being sufficient. That obviously uses yellow. Yeah, that's what we've been using all week for Tower. Got it done on Friday. Could've gotten it done on Monday, actually, if we really wanted to. Yes, let's go hand out the code now. Let me just go get that real quick. Go double check all of our code area. I don't think I marked the previous 2, so let me go double check this second one, because I'm pretty sure I didn't mark them. Let me go check this one and see if I marked it. And if I did, then I need to unmark the other one. Let me see. Did we use this one yet? Why do I feel like the answer is no? Oh, never mind. Let me unmark that one then. Whoops. Okay, well, apparently I didn't use these yet. I guess I did mark them and I just didn't even realize it. Let me copy. Save. Get that code in there. That's the right code, right? Should be. Double check it again. If it is the right code, it should say I already used it, because I just used it. Let's see. Yep, I have already redeemed it. That makes sense. Let me go click that there. Boom, 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 and boom. Oop, wrong. Oops. That's not what I wanted. That's what I wanted. Oh, wait, it didn't copy? I'm using the right keyboard. What's it doing? Come on. Copy. Paste. Come on now, computer. Cooperate. There we go. There's the code. There's the redeem code. You use it on gemsofwar.com underneath the game code section, or simply click on that link. Your invite code is found underneath the settings menu. Whatever your game says there is what you'll end up putting into the invite code section. Redeem code you just copy paste from the chat right over there. All the random numbers and letters. And gives the same reward as always: 2 treasure maps, 1 gem key, 2,500 gold, and 200 souls. And it works on every platform except for all the console versions. And here you guys go. Okay, next order of business. Keep going with Warrens. Please be Cedric. Oh, it's that dreaded bat room. It's not really that bad though, with bat room, but it always fakes you out on if it's going to be the Cedric or not. Any of the 2.2 rooms end up doing that. Anyways, let's go and work our circle around. Get all the better multipliers first, of course, so we get better loot overall. The final loot's still going to be the same regardless of order, but the loot you get along the way does get ever so slightly buffed, doing it in multiplier order. Yeah, no problem for the code, everyone. Okay, well, we'll get that down. Get a key, get our double kill, throw that. Take our Cedric and everything. Also, do you guys think we should go and separate the stream into two? Or should we just go into the Nintendo Switch version after we finish everything on our main account? Because lately I've been separating the video just so that they're always in, like, you know, their own video. But I don't know, would you guys prefer if it was all in one video? Just like one very long video where like the first half, like right now, is of course going over this, and the rest of it, the rest of the night's going over the other one? Or would you prefer it being two separate streams? We'll throw that down. Actually, is that even enough damage? Let me throw a skull just in case. I don't think that is. I haven't been doing this enough that I'm almost forgetting how much damage it does. I believe it's 146 if I'm not mistaken. Or somewhere around there. We're using the incorrect hero class right now, so it's actually a little bit lower. Why I don't recall the exact value. Move that over. Separate them. Whichever. Okay, I guess we'll separate them. Because that's how I've been doing it, and I figure we'll just keep doing it. Also, with how I currently have it set up, it shouldn't be too much of a downtime between the two streams. It should only be about, how I have it set up right now, probably like 5 minutes or so. The longest thing, and we'll just make sure that be trying to get YouTube to actually update the thumbnail. For whatever reason, and I do not know why, YouTube just hates updating the thumbnail on live streams. It normally doesn't have a problem with it on actual videos, but for whatever reason, doing it on a live stream, it is always so finicky. For whatever reason, I do not know why. I don't know if it's something I did with my side, but it just does not like to update the thumbnail. We'll go and take a purple over. Or at least sometimes it doesn't like to. It's really weird. Sometimes it works, sometimes it doesn't. That's pretty much the definition of YouTube. Sometimes it works, sometimes it doesn't. We'll go take that over. Grab skeleton key down. Not gonna be enough damage, but the follow-up definitely will be. Okay, well, get all that. Get another key down. Yeah, once we switch over to the other account, we need to go do the entirety of Bounty Hunter. That's gonna be interesting. I'm probably just doing the free battles. I don't think I'm gonna buy sigils. However, there is a two-way tie for #1 Bounty Hunter. I just don't know how hard that's actually gonna be to get that many points. But yeah, we'll see how it goes. The other slight issue with Bounty Hunter right now is my hero is still not level 70 yet. And I believe we might need level 70 hero to solo it, because we're going to have to use Mang. We don't have Yagway as an option. We obviously don't have any other big mythic as an option. And even if we did, it doesn't have enough stats to win. So we're kind of stuck having to use Mang Titan for Bounty Hunter on our other account, which is a little bit weird, because normally you wouldn't want to do that as your only option, but if you have literally nothing else, you kind of have to. Like many other things in early game, it just basically wins everything. Or at least a chance of winning anything. But yeah, we actually have a power orb on our other account. We're actually on track to get a second power orb. It was originally a joke, but at this rate, I think our other account, within 1 month, will have Zugoff. And there is a slight chance, a ever so slight chance, and by slight chance, I might actually mean big chance if they don't end up rebalancing it to make it impossible to do. But there's a really solid chance that our Let's Play account, or, you know, our Nintendo Switch account, will have a Zugoff before my main. And if that happens, that would be... I don't even know what the reaction will be to that, but that's just a gigantic fail. But yeah, there is a chance our new account on Switch will have Zugoff prior to our main account. And it will be tied... if not the absolute quickest. It'll be either tied or the absolute quickest Zugoff ever earned. Because I think the quickest anyone has ever done it on PC, mobile, or any of the other platforms is probably around 6 months, I want to say. Or somewhere around there. But our other account's on track to get it done in 1 month, or less. And what's sad is it could even be less than 1 month. But we'll see what happens. Because we'll have our second power orb most likely on Monday. Possibly even 3 if we can get Bounty Hunter leaderboard enough tonight. I'm not sure if I will be getting it all the way tonight on that account, though. Well, we'll see. What's Zugoff? Zugoff is the hardest thing to obtain in the entire game. It's pretty much the thing that most endgame players don't own. just because it is so ridiculously hard. It's basically just a vanity item to show off that you own it. It really doesn't have much of a purpose, at least currently, but it's this troop right here. It requires 300 gems, 50,000 souls, and 8 power orbs. Obviously, the 8 power orbs being the absolute hardest thing to obtain. We currently have the capability of crafting 7, almost 8 power orbs, so we pretty much have it on this account. However, we are ever so slightly short on having enough to be able to craft them. But yeah, we currently don't have enough. But my other account has 2 power orbs currently, 2 out of 8. And my actual main account has never actually seen a power orb yet. Because unless you make number 1 on a leaderboard, which is obviously really hard on PC mobile version, because it's the most populated version. Yeah, we've never actually seen a power orb. We can craft 3, and if we convert all of our blues into bigger blues, we can craft 7. But yeah, we still don't have all 8 we need for a Zugaf, and even if we did, we're gonna have to waste all of our minor blues, which are really, really valuable. I'd prefer not doing that if we could help it. But if we truly had to get a Zugaf, we would eventually. But even once I have the resources to craft a Zugaf on this account, I won't be immediately. It's because I need to make sure I have at least some small reserve of blues, smaller blues, before I do that. Because we're always going to need some amount of small blues to upgrade newer content that comes into the game. For example, I'll be using 1 small blue to save about 350 gems tomorrow, so that we could buy the tier 2 shorter tomorrow, so that we don't need to go and upgrade it all the way. Once the troop becomes legendary, we'll simply use a small blue orb on it to obfuscate having to spend, I think actually 850 gems. How much we'd have to spend if we wanted to get that last ascension. But we can simply just use 1 blue orb to completely avoid it and go from there, while still having it maxed. Okay, that better not die to death, Mark. There's a good chance it will. We'll just throw a key down for now. How do you unlock the Soul Forge? Soul Forge is unlocked from completing out the Blighted Lands Kingdom. You are definitely going to want to do that as quickly as possible if you haven't already, because the Soul Forge requires gems to level. However, you can also level it by getting wins. However, I mean, by getting wins. But however, you can't not get any progress on it until you've actually unlocked it. So it's generally a good idea to unlock Soul Forge as quickly as possible. So if you haven't already done it, definitely go and do it. And then keeping an eye on it. It will keep telling you have to get like X amount of kills in order to get next level. Never, ever spend gems on it. But whenever it says you can do it for free after the X amount of kills, I think initially it tells you need to do 10 kills, and this keeps going up and up from there until it eventually asks for several hundred. But yeah, just keep clicking on it whenever it says a free upgrade. And you can upgrade your Soul Forge in pretty much a week for free. You just keep making sure you upgrade it whenever it says you can upgrade it for free after you do the X amount of battles that it tells you to do. We ended up getting it done on our other account, I believe in 2 days or 3 days. I think we got it done on Friday, and the game launched on Tuesday. But normally it takes about a week, realistically, if you're playing at a normal amount of time. Of course, we got it done a little bit earlier because we've been playing an absurd amount of time on the other account. But yeah, definitely go unlock Soul Forge from Blighted Lands. It's one of the things that is generally advised doing on day 1. However, if you haven't already done it, just make sure to get around to it when you can. Pretty quick quest line. All the quest lines are pretty quick. Some of them take you like too long amount of time. Each battle takes like a minute or less normally. Okay, we'll throw that down, get a hit. All that. And most of them have less than 30 battles for full completion. Or like 25, I believe, most kingdoms average. Let's see. What is the quickest way to get as many mythic ingots as possible? Well, there's no quick way of doing that. The only realistic way of doing that would be to always do your 3 daily delves that you have. And make sure to always do it on 2x multiplier and make sure to get as many chests as possible by doing every single room. Well, mainly the doing every single room part and completing out is the main aspect. One way that you could try getting more if you want them is during faction events. You can try doing way more than what you normally do. Let me turn off this TV for now. It was idle for so long that it just kind of shut off, but didn't shut off. There we go. But anyways, but yeah, mythic ingots. The best way to absolutely accumulate them, if you're looking to try power leveling it, would be during any Tuesday event or any Friday event when we end up getting a new faction. Just throw down a bunch of gems on it and then try and just doing a bunch of battles over and over again. You would need to have a decent amount of stats to be able to do that if you want to keep moving forward. But basically, the only quick way of doing mythic ingot accumulation is simply doing delves. Delves have the absolute highest rate and getting higher renown. But doing delves and getting high renown have the absolute quickest rate of giving mythic ingots. There's even a 15 mythic ingot drop once you reach, I believe, 1,900 renown in any one faction. If we go over to one of our factions real quick, let's just say, find one that isn't this one. If we go over to this right over here, we go for faction rewards. You can see it has some mythic ingots spread throughout it, but there's actually a 4 and a 15 mythic ingot drop among all the other mythic ingots that you end up getting along the way on the 1,800 and the 1,900. So within 100 renown, not assuming you get 0 from your chest, 0 extra mythic ingots, you're getting 19 just within 100 renown there. It is a little bit difficult to get that far though. In endgame stats, it's pretty easy, but with mid-game stats, that could be a little bit more difficult for some factions, depending on what troops you have available. But yeah, there's quite a few mythic ingots, and even if you don't specifically get it from those, every chest within the Underworld does have mythic ingots in it, or a chance of getting mythic ingots. There's really only 3 resources that the Underworld gives that are particularly noteworthy. It is shards, which are only really obtained from the Underworld, probably the most important one. Legendary ingots and mythic ingots. Legendary and mythic ingots can both be obtained by other means. However, the absolute quickest rate is from the Underworld. On Switch, will you farm Warrens at level 20? Yes and no. Yes, I would, but currently Nintendo Switch does not own Warrens. Nintendo Switch version at this current moment in time only has 2 delves, and it is All-Seeing Eye and Hall of Guardians, the 2 that everyone else started with, or you know, when factions first came out. Those were the 2 factions that were there, and those are the 2 factions that we have. But yeah, we only have those 2 factions currently. And as far as which one I've been farming of the 2, I've been doing Hall of Guardian. Because Hall of Guardian has ever so slightly better multipliers, and the current troops we have are just better for Hall of Guardians than for Mist of Scales. Than for All-Seeing Eye. I mean, but yeah, between the 2, Hall of Guardians is better from a loot wise, and we happen to have better troops for it too, so it works out perfectly. But yes, if Warrens was available on Nintendo Switch version, I would be farming it right now. However, it is not available, so I can't. But if you were to start a brand new account, yes, definitely farm Warrens forever on like level 20. It is insanely good value, at least until you get later in the game. And even then, you'd probably still be farming Warrens, but you'd probably want to get some of the other factions up as well. Anyways, go do at least one more delve, and then we'll switch over to the other account. Please be a Cedric room. Oh, it's the fake mimic room. Or not a fake mimic room, a real mimic room. Is this a 1.3? Otherwise, we don't take it. Okay, so we go over here. Go check the other one for 1.3 over to the right, and go from there. Oh yeah, when it comes online, we're just going to be camping Warrens forever on level 20 on our other account. We might start getting some renown eventually, but until we reach mid-game, I'm not really worrying about renown. I don't care if we have 0 renown. Until we get like mid-game or the later end of mid-game, I'm pretty sure my alternate account's going to stay at 0 renown. Because renown is a little bit of a weird thing. It's not really that useful. Renown has very, very little impact on this game currently. There's almost nothing it's used for. You get a few extra stats, you can get some legendary and mythic ingots, or some unique pets that you can only gain from having high renown. But other than that, there really isn't that many benefits to it, particularly unique benefits. It's not really that mandatory currently. That will probably change in the future as they add more and more rewards and more stats are capable of being obtained from the Underworld, because of course they're still adding like another 20-something delves eventually to the Underworld over the next year or 2, more so like the next 2. But yeah, at the current moment in time, renown's is kind of not that good. I still have a lot of it on my main account, obviously, because I'd rather have it now than have to grind it all later. But yeah, renown doesn't really give much at the moment, unfortunately. It's not like it gives nothing, but it's very, very minuscule compared to how difficult some of them are. Yeah, you do get daily ingots. I think we're currently at 8 daily ingots per day. That's basically like 8 PvP battles. If I'm not mistaken, it has the same exact drop rate as if you would have just done a PvP battle as far as their rarity drop. So getting 8 per day is basically 8 free PvP battles of ingots, which isn't really that much in the whole scheme of things, since obviously that doesn't take too long. Assuming we're doing like 1 trophy, that takes like 8 minutes or less to do 8 battles. That's still a little bit of an extra benefit, more than nothing. I actually got a mythic ingot. Actually, let me go check my mail. I actually got a mythic ingot from the daily thing today. So hey, maybe they are good. But yeah, let me go show that. I'm not sure if it actually shows up in the mail or not. I should have saved it and not clicked on it, but let me go see. It should show in our old mail. But I think that's the first time I ever actually got a mythic ingot. Or if it wasn't the first time, it was one of the only few times we've only ever gotten one. We've gotten plenty of legendary ones though, and epics and stuff like that. Let me go see if I can find it in the mail. Let's backtrack out of this, backtrack out of that. What am I looking for? Mail. Collected, PvP tier, PvP tier, PvP tier. Collected rewards, redeem legendary, daily reward. Where's the daily reward for today? I would think it would be like right up front, but it wouldn't be, would it? Maybe it's all the way at the bottom then. Game code, legendary task, daily reward. Nope, am I wrong? Daily reward. Daily reward. There we go. There's the mythic ingot I was talking about. But yeah, we ended up getting a mythic ingot today. Of course, the rest of them were pretty trash. Oh, actually, we get 12 ingots per day currently. It just keeps going up as we get higher renown. But yeah, we got 12 ingots. One of them mythic. Mythics actually don't mean anything to me anymore, though. I actually need legendaries more than I need mythics. I need epics and legendaries the most, with epics being the absolute main one that we need. Mythics actually have no value to me anymore, because we already have every mythic weapon maxed out, and we have a excess of them that will always have every mythic weapon maxed out. Like if we go check our weapons real quick, do it by rarity. We currently have every single mythic maxed, as you can see here. Every single one at level 10, including the new one that just came out. And even after that, we still have 162 extra. So even if they added 3 mythic weapons, like instantly, we already have enough. And they normally only add like 1 per month at this current rate, whenever they add a new faction. Actually, no, they add, not with a new faction, I mean a new hero class. Every time they add a new hero class, we end up getting one. That only takes like 50-something of them, or 60, whatever it was. Which, or I think it's like 55 or so. But, yeah, we have plenty. We could add another 3 mythic weapons and we still have enough. Legendaries, we almost have enough to max out. We currently have 1,393. The reason I haven't used many of these yet is quite a few of these weapons are actually good to use, but they become weaker once they get fully maxed out. I know that makes almost no sense whatsoever, but quite a few weapons do become weaker when they go to beyond +5, which is why you see quite a few of these weapons actually specifically at +5. I should probably actually mark that down and spend a day getting every single weapon to +5 and every other weapon to +9. And some of them you go to a certain area too, because they end up having some kind of weird benefit that makes it worse. Like this destroying 3 greens with what the weapon actually does. More often than not, just going to be worse, not better. But I don't know. I hope they readdress like these upgrading things. Like Imperial Jewel is another one too. You normally use it in quick teams, and if you go any higher than 5, it's going to have about a 1-second delay added to it, which is going to make it weaker in almost every situation you would ever use it in. So there's a lot of weapons that actually get weaker when upgraded, which is really, really annoying. But yeah, this is how it currently is at the moment. But I believe I almost have enough legendary ingots to max everything too. The biggest issue is epic ingots. We currently only have like, what, 200 of them? 300. But we require 36 each. We don't even have enough to do like, what, 9 weapons? But the problem is there's so many epic weapons, yet they barely give any epic ingots in the game. But we're almost halfway there, I believe. I might actually want to go and upgrade some of these just to see how close we are. But yeah, we're almost at the halfway point of epic weapons. Mythics are completed. Obviously, everything ultra rare and below is completed. That's super easy to do. Legendaries are very close to completed. And epics, I think we're getting somewhat close to halfway there. Also, I could go convert all my ingots as well. I haven't done that for a while. But where are they? I don't do it with these common ones just because it seems like a waste of souls. It would cost 57,900 souls just to get 579 of the rare ones. However, I do it with these other ones. So if I go convert these up to ultra rare, or from rare to ultra rare, and then the ultra rare to epic, we can then get 8 more. Only 8 ingots. There we go. That's 8 more than we had before. There we go. 8 epic ingots added to our collection of needing like 1,000 or 2,000 more of them. Forget how many we actually need total. But there we go. And I don't like doing these just because it seems like a waste of souls. I know we have infinite souls pretty much, but that's a lot of souls to throw down for something that's barely going to do anything. Plus, we then have to spend more souls on top of that. We'd have to spend almost like 60,000 souls just to get this converted into like 5 epic ingots. Actually, would it even be 5? Let's see. It goes from rare, or it goes from common to rare, and then those rares become 58. Let's just say 58. 58 ultra rare ingots, and then those 58 ultra rare ingots become 5 or 6 epic ingots. So those 5,790 are going to cost us almost 60,000 souls along the way, probably even a little bit more, and it's only going to give us not even 6 epic ingots. That's why it is so annoying to get these things. It's really weird that they made them the rarest ingot, but they currently are. the rarest ingot in the game. Legendary and mythics are so easy to obtain in comparison to them. Really strange how it is. Can you show a blue defend team with the new green Essence of Evil? Why specifically blue? But I could. What's a good blue counter? Trying to think. Wait, what do we normally use for blue, by the way? For defense. Because that would probably refresh my memory as far as what we... Oh, never mind. That doesn't help. Actually, maybe I will make up mine into the eye. That's not even that good of a team, the Titan thingy. But, let's see. I should keep that one for now. Go with this one, I guess. Let's rename this to, Evil. Evil! But I'm not actually sure what you would need to use for that. I wouldn't be able to give you a good suggestion just off the top of my head. That would take way too long than how I could answer it right now. But, because I can't even think of a proper blue counter right now that you would even put into it. And it would depend on what you have. It's the defend team that you struggle the most to find. Well, if you're going to go down, you normally go with, if you need a really strong blue, you normally go with, I don't know if you have it though, but you would end up using, we're going to go down the Essence route. We'll use Essence. We'll use, really? Okay, fine, we'll use Evil, because I spelled it with an S instead of an E, or C, I mean. We'll go with this, we'll go with, Undyne. We'll go with Azura. Let's see. And then we just need a proper mana generator that antis the, okay, where to put that? Yeah, that'd be fine. Double mana generation that, put that in front of it so you have the barrier. And then the only other aspect that you would end up needing is a brown-yellow. So that would leave Gorgotha, that would leave a Famine, that would leave, yeah, probably Famine, actually, because they're going to be silenced and everything. But, yeah, you'd probably want to go Famine for that. Cockatrice could be an okay alternative, but the AI uses it horribly. Gorgotha first slot, but that might be too much Explosion. But, something along the lines of that, if I could choose absolutely anything. Actually, this might even be my new blue defense. Now that I think about it. But, yeah, Essence of Evil, Azura, Undyne, and Famine. That sounds super ridiculously annoying. You know what? That's our new blue Guild War, or blue defense. Let's ditch the Giants and see how this works. But yeah, I'll let you know how this works. Unfortunately, it uses 2 mythics. Oh, you have all mythics? Okay, there you go. Yeah, I'll give this a shot. This actually seems not too bad. And it seems... Oh, wrong one. Yeah, we'll give this a shot and see what happens. But yeah, Essence of Evil. Let's see. Well, Famine. Essence of Evil. Actually, let me go get that now. Evil. Put that in first slot because you'd probably be using it Plague Lord. Actually, let me change it right now. Hopefully we'll have it maxed by then. If it's not maxed by then, I'm going to use it with Titan. Actually, let me just use it with Titan for now. Just because I don't have it maxed yet. Oops, what I wanted. Why is it not letting me change? Oh, because it's already set to Titan. Duh. Okay, fine. We'll use it with Titan. Let's see. What was the other 2 things we needed? We needed, Undyne. I should probably type more of that. There we go. How is this still coming up with so many? How do you spell Undyne? Wait, how do you spell Undyne? Now it's gonna bring all the undeads. Fine, we'll go all the way down to use. Wait, how do you spell Undyne? Undyne. U-N-D-I-N-E. Why didn't it come up when I did U-N-D-I then? That's weird. Anyways, Undyne, and then we just need Azura in front of it. There we go. Okay. And of course we change our banner up. Banner would be ideally a +1/+1, though we could go a +2 into Azura, into a +1 into our weapon. Is there a +2 blue, +1 green? However, that also works. Never mind. +2 green, +1 blue. I think that'll work. Yeah, we'll roll with that then. So that's Essence of Evil, Azura, Undyne, Famine for counter blue. Essence of Evil just does what Essence of Evil does. The complete negation of a single troop with a chance of negating a second. Azura reduces all their stats. Famine helps to reduce their stats. Undyne's the main core of this team. It's a super anti-blue troop that has the ability to silence all blues on the opposing team. If your AI team gets this off before they get their Undyne off, or if they don't have an Undyne and they don't counter this properly, you pretty much auto win. Azure is here to boost ratio him as well as to mana generate, and Famine just drains all their mana, and you can drain their mana while they are silenced. It won't show that they lost their mana initially. Once they get unsilenced, they will have 0 mana after the Famine has casted. But yeah, that's probably what we'll run for Blue Day, and I don't think that's conflicting with anything else. But yeah, we'll see what happens. I'll be using it with Titan for now, but I believe it would be slightly better with Plague Doctor, or Plague Lord, I mean. But I currently don't have Plague Lord maxed, and since we don't have the final trait on it, Titan is perfectly fine. But yeah, we'll roll with that, see what happens. But yeah, that'll work. Let's see. But yeah, does anyone else have any other questions? Let me know. Otherwise, I'm going to be ending the stream for now and switching over to Nintendo Switch version. We are not done streaming for tonight, but there will be a few minute gap, and I'll be getting the other account rolling in a moment after we've answered any other questions. If any of you still have any questions that I can only answer on this main account, let me know. Or just even in general, even if it is something that we could answer on the other one, might as well answer it now. Let's see. Where's Blighted Lands? Oh, Blighted Lands can be found all the way over to the right. Right over here. It requires being level 25 in order to access, but as long as you're level 25, just buy all your kingdoms up to that point, and you'll be able to complete out this quest line. It's only 26 quests, and in doing so, you'll end up getting a pretty decent early game troop that run Brown Purple Herald of Chaos, as well as it'll unlock the Soul Forge that you'll be able to start leveling. But yeah, it's all the way to the right, in the corner, bottom right corner right there. Let's see. What if you convert your common, rare, and ultra rare ingots to epic? We would only get like 8 epic, or we would only get 8 epic ingots for the cost of like 60,000 souls. It is absurdly expensive to convert the commons ones all the way to epic. Can you show? Oh, never mind. I just answered that already. So we took the last 5-10 minutes doing. You see that? Oh wait, never mind. Answering the other question. Hello, Gus. You have a +8 at Death's Grip. How do you make it a +9 or stronger after it's maxed out in upgrades? Death's Grip, which weapon is this? Is it an ultra rare weapon? Because if it is, it won't be able to go any further. Death's Grip, or Death's Grasp, yes, it is impossible to get that weapon any higher. The way that upgrades work on weapons is it's based on their rarity. As you can see right here, these legendary ones I currently have at +9, but if we go into upgrades, you'll see that there's no further upgrades. Basically, the way that they are, let me actually do it this way, it'll be easier to show. If I show it by rarity, and we click this, we go all the way down to common. You can see common rarities have 5, rares have 6, ultra rares have 7, epics have 8, where's one with 8? Epics have 8, legendaries have 9, and mythics have 10. There is no way to get them any higher than that. Whatever you see on that page is as far as I can go. But every rarity has... oh, and Dooms also have 10. But, yeah, you can't get them any higher than that. It's based on their rarity, and you can never ascend these. Unlike other things in the game, weapons cannot be ascended. Whatever rarity they are, they simply are. So, those common ones will always only have 5. Though they are really good in early game. Actually, all of them up to about ultra rare are really good in early game. Epic ones are pretty much useless for the most part. But the legendary and mythic weapons tend to be ran throughout the entire game, as they are almost always useful, and many of them, some of them have good perks, some of them don't. But yes, they're limited based on their rarity, how many perks they end up having. And there's no way to increase that any further. Whatever it shows on that page is as far as you can get. So that one weapon you have, once you have it at +8, that's as far as it can ever go. How do you tell your VIP? You go under shop, you click on VIP, and it should tell you what your VIP is. And whatever it says there is what it is. VIP can unfortunately only ever be upgraded with money. Normally, people will have VIP 3 if they get Death Knight, and that's where most people tend to stop. Death Knight plus Ring of Wonder gets VIP 4, and I believe it's $130, if I'm not mistaken. Or it's 130 or 120 for VIP 5, which is pretty much as far as most people go, because this unlocks all of the unique benefits from VIP. This only unlocks VIP chests. VIP chests are actually pretty bad these days. Gem chests and just spending them on events are actually considered better than VIP chests, oddly enough, unless they buff them in the future. But really, the only super useful one is the free scouting at $30. But most people stop at pretty much VIP 5, because that's the last unique benefit. Anything beyond that is just like a little bit of extra resources, a little bit of extra whatever. None of them are actually like exclusive, or you know, there's not like any kind of like gameplay kind of changing thing. This free scouting just makes it slightly less annoying, because you always just know what your enemy team is. And VIP chests, while currently useless, are technically the best way of gaining mythics in the game, as well as legendaries. However, they cost absurd amount of gems, and it's normally just better doing gem chests or spending gems on events these days rather than buying VIP chests. They might buff them in the future, but as it currently stands, VIP chests, oddly enough, in the current state of the game, are rather useless, despite the fact that you cost spending like $130 on the game to be able to access them. But you've probably almost like never seen me ever open them just because they're just not that worth it. And you can see 2,250 gems, this will open 50, is a little pricey. And if you don't open 50, they cost more, so pretty much only ever open them at 50 most of the time. Do you think the Giant class weapon? Giant class weapon's okay. It has a pretty good boost ratio for early on in the game. I would not advise using it too much as a primary weapon. Oddly enough, from an early game perspective, while that weapon is okay, generally Hero's Sword is actually considered better. I know that may sound weird, but the weapon that you get here is generally considered better for a couple of reasons. One is from an early game perspective, it is super ridiculously easy to get maxed. You can get this maxed within 1 hour or less of playing PvP when you first start out in the game. It ends up getting a really ridiculously high mana cost to damage output ratio, being able to do really absurd amount of damage. I think even my newer account can hit like 20 or something with it when using a the Titan hero class, because right now we don't have extra 5 magic at the moment. But of course you get extra 5 magic if you're using a blue hero class, which does include Titan, and you can get this up in one single turn guarantee if you have at least a +1 blue set. So you don't even need to worry about mana surge, which is really good in early games since you don't really ever really get mana surges, or at least not as commonly. But yeah, Hero Sword is pretty much the best early game weapon for the most part, until you get like Mang, Runic Blade for Arena and stuff like that. It tends to be the core weapon that you use for everything. Even in this late in the game, it's okay. It's not the greatest this late in the game because you normally want combos and stuff, and infinite loops, but still an okay weapon. Anyways, guys, any other questions before we switch over to the other account? If you don't have Famine, would Gorgotha go in first slot? Yes, you could put Gorgotha in first slot. However, I would probably advise against using 3 Exploders. While that would be okay under player control, I think the AI might mess it up too much. We don't know, or I don't know, you can see and test it. But yeah, Gorgotha would go in first slot. But do keep in mind that 3 Exploders might be too many Exploders, because the AI tends to not use them correctly. But as long as you put the Essence in second slot, hopefully the AI will kind of get the message and start using the Essence more often. But sometimes the issue with Gorgotha first slot is the AI will just keep casting Gorgotha over and over and over and over again until it just gives the enemy a good board and never bothers casting anything else. Anyways, guys, I'm going to be heading out for now, or not really heading out. Oh, what about Ruby Staff? Ruby Staff's pretty good. It's kind of like Rowan, except it's for your hero. It's basically a hero's version of Rowan. Anyways, I'm going to be switching over to the other account real quick. We are not done streaming, but keep an eye on the notifications because I'll be switching over to that other stream in just a few minutes. So thank you all so much for watching, and I'll be switching over to the Nintendo Switch account in a few minutes from now. And I will catch you all later. Goodbye, everyone, and have a wonderful week.